games up of everybody. Team Liquid has only taken one game so far, and I believe that if they lose this one, they are the only team that has only got one win.
Yeah.
And that's a scary situation to be in. Two teams will go home after the group stage.
It's all eggs on the Sumail basket. It's Guardian, it's Heavenly Rays to dispel the Spirit Vessel, to dispel Cold Snap, to pretty much just make this Morphling 1v5. I think this is not the way that, I don't think this is the way that Nigma has been playing, where they're just relying on like one type of hero. They're all just playing so well together, so I have to give them the edge this time.
Keria, Sumail.
It is a more filler, so there is a chance for Team Liquid here to tie the series. But let's see if they can actually execute that properly, or if Team Nigma is going to run away with this one as well. We're heading over to a commentary duo of Cap and Kyle.
Well, we did both agree that Nigma was going to win this series, but I'm not so sure about these drafts just in general. We've got an IO picked up for once, and then on the other side, carry Omniknight. Kyle, you have any experience with this?
No, I haven't. I forgot to listen to the Suraction Slacks panel, or maybe I would have gotten some insight.
True, yeah.
Definitely, I don't think something we saw all season, all last season.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've seen it in a pub in over a year or two.
Yeah, this is certainly a new bit of flavor. Of course,
moment. I remember lifting the trophy, the big check. 900,000 bought, but still.
What does that equate to dollars?
32,000.
32. I mean, that's still. I mean, for back then, that's a pretty good paycheck.
Yeah.
But
still have the photo.
They must have been very young at that.
Oh yes.
Because you were in your early 20s, I have to imagine at that point. You were like 20. But how old were they?
Sani, I think, was 19 or 20, maybe, and Mickey, I think, was 16, 17. That's a while back.
Yeah, that's been a friendship that they developed and have kept together ever since.
Yeah, I think Boxy may have been on that team too. I don't remember.
Cookie, hopping over. That's a Treant Protector on the river. It's not going to try and go for him, though. So they're going to keep the IO with the Ursa, which is kind of what I was expecting. And then the Treant Protector going to play in the off lane, try and help out this Dragon Knight. So they're pretty much approaching with so much brawn in that dual off lane that it's going to be hard for a Snapfire Omniknight to be able to do anything to them. I'm guessing their strategy here. Sumail one-on-one against Miracle. He did very well, obviously, with the Templar Assassin. Now with a Morphling, are we expecting a similar CS lead?
I think it'll be a bit more even. Definitely, I think more favored just because of the base damage advantage. You can see 57 on the Quantspex Invoker. Should be closer to 67 on the Morphling.
Yeah, that is the... I was expecting similar CS just because they both have the same problem, right? Which is that both Morphling and Templar Assassin are able to get some absurdly high number when it comes to their attack damage. So poor Quantspex Invoker is just like, I don't know how to deny you, ever.
Yeah, this bottom lane, though, this is going to be the one to watch, I think. Centaur, Willow, a lot of kill threat. Wisp, Ursa.
Oh, they're already going for it now. Two-man Brambles, iLTW has to work around the Brambles, but as a result, Taiga is able to get the extra hit in for first blood.
Yeah, Taiga on the Willow. I think one of my favorite player-hero combinations. They're going on to Insania up top.
Yeah, Insania is in some trouble because he already fed away the cookie to Mickey to try and help him out. So they do even out the kill score.
I like that they're willing to swap up the laning for Team Nigma. I've seen Kuro now in the offlane a couple of times. Him and MC have been bodying people.
Yeah. They've been doing some good work, and it means GH gets to play one of his favorite heroes. We hadn't, I'm not sure if we've seen them play IO since iLTW joined the roster. I can't
Oh no, they did in the wild card.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, but it was getting banned out. Right. They're willing to pick it first too. But people, you know, you talk about fearing Kuroki's Chen. I'm sure GH Wisp still gives plenty of players nightmares.
I must have missed that game. What do you remember what the combo was?
I do not. It was. It feels like a lifetime ago. It was like 3 days, but there's a lot of Dota that's gone down. Really high level Dota. I think I've been seeing a lot of feedback from the community. Just impressed at the level of Dota being played across all regions. It really just feels like the most parity we've ever had in professional Dota 2. There's no free wins in this group stage.
Nope, absolutely not. I mean, the fact that we ended day one where every single team was able to get a draw was a good show of that. And then obviously we have a pretty tight wild card series as well. iLTW take a lot more damage here. They are going to have the IO coming in, but iLTW is low enough. He doesn't feel bold and doesn't try and challenge Koifa.
Oh, nice job with Tiger.
Fury swipes damage.
Grabs the south.
Nice. That's going to be well played. Koifa managed to keep his for a while longer, so they should still have the advantage in this matchup. Koifa, looks like, is he going no retaliate, stomp, and double edge? Ooh, almost hitting that stomp. That would have been really big.
This lane is all about keeping the health lead. Ursa, if he's free to trade and right-click, yeah, you're going to own a Centaur, but as you can see, when you go this no retaliate build, you have a lot of spell damage as a threat, especially with the Willow behind you, so you gotta play very cautious.
Nice tornado for the deny. Gets the other one as well. Double range denies for Miracle. That's a big one. Kuro almost getting killed there with the cookie into the heel from Mickey. Was a nice bomb, but not enough because these heroes are both of them. They're so tanky.
They are winning the lane though. It's quite nice. Omniknight, a pretty formidable laner. You have a lot of right-click damage and insane base armor. You can see there the heal after the cookie in, and then the Heavenly Grace to remove the DK stun. So
yeah,
not really able to do much with that. As Michael, now with the Soul Ring, yeah, it's my favorite combo. You just Soul Ring, heal yourself, you lose no health, but you deal damage. You probably grab a CS. Good pull from GH though. This should deny a wave unless Taiga's able to meet it.
Yeah, only to be rivaled by your love of Soul Ring plus Legion Commander.
That's correct.
Press the attack. It's the same concept that you seem to love.
Crazy though, because most LCs skip Soul Ring anyway.
Oh, managed to get the cookie off just before the stun coming in. Mind control is getting rather low, but the living arm may allow him to live. Kuro is going to search for Insania. Getting into the trees just means that Insania will inevitably die here, and mind control gets a healing salve, so they're just going to keep bopping.
I'm surprised he's no point in degen or against double melee.
Turning around, double edge, hits the two of them. Koifa does have to man down, as you said. It's all about the HP lead. And Koifa, knowing that he was a little bit lower than iLTW initially, this time he backs away. They did manage to get a stacked easy camp and a pull on top of that, so that's not going to feel too good for Liquid.
Just continuing to play it slow. I think Liquid would be just fine extending this laning phase a bit. It's going to be Nigma who once again want to make plays. You saw this in the first game as well. Miracle, Quaswex. He starts off really aggressive, very active, and then later on he transitions into Exort. Plays for more of the late game, and he knows there's no Sunstrike, otherwise Sumail may be a little
I think we're going to get both here. Taiga, he does manage to run iLTW into the brambles, but the damage...
One more hit would have done it. Nice job.
And on top of that, he doesn't have his Tranquil Boots just yet, so it's going to be a long run back to the lane. Unfortunately for Miracle, the Power Rune spawns bottom, so Sumail's going to get another refill. It's going to be with an Arcane Rune.
MC with the tree armor as well. You can see, look at this, 17 armor, tons of regen. And Insania in the previous game, are they going to go in here?
This is insane. 13.5 regen a second. Mickey, Purification turn around, does do a lot of damage, and they do have a cookie here. Oh, he misses it! Kuro managed to dodge that one, and does he stay alive? Because of it, the last shot from Insania doesn't actually do enough. Mickey playing for another round of Purification here. May end up having to use that on himself, instead pop a healing salve, and Dark Willow gets rather low here.
So what's interesting is that last game Insania went for the Scatter Blast early on. He had only the 1 point in the little shredder. This time he's getting a lot of them, but there's so much armor. Yeah. You don't actually do enough damage physically to these DK tree combos.
Do you think he should have gone the magic damage build?
He went it last game, and this is even worse in the sense that there's more armor you have to deal with. And now iLTW and GH, they have so much regen. That health battle very much in favor of the Ursa because, again, tree armor. It's so good, and they don't break the trees.
He finally gets away. Taiga is going to throw out the brambles. He's going to go for GH. If he can get this kill and then Shadow Realm, he'll be fine. Looks like he's going to have to commit the Shadow Realm hit to be able to get the kill, but that means iLTW gets a triple. 2 kills on Taiga, 1 on Koifa.
This is looking very good for Team Nigma. However, it's a repeat of the previous game where once again mid firmly in favor of Sumail. He's doing fantastic. Top lane, Mickey also free farming, but bottom is becoming unlaneable. That's a big concern. Remember, Koifa skipped return. He's, don't believe, very close to a Vanguard, so backlaning isn't really an option for him just yet. He's not on terrible shape, but you can't hit Ursa.
Went 2 levels of Stomp rather than maxing out Double Edge, right?
And the stun duration, you can make an argument that it's better because You can more easily set up for Bramble, stun locks.
Sure, okay.
You also don't do as much self-damage, which is certainly a concern, because as you can see, iLTW is just hitting him. Now with a pretty nice net worth lead. Mickey, Echo Saber. I think that's probably the build.
He is dead. Trying to look for direction to Cookie. Does manage to hit Miracle. He's going to turn around, pump out some damage, but yeah, he's nowhere to run to. Tornado cleans up the kill. Meanwhile, Koifa, they know the Dark Willow's not here, so they're going to keep running at him. Really? They're going to keep running him into the tier 2. The team is going to come in for the Dark Willow. Brambles, they have anything to stop it? It's actually still on cooldown. Brambles getting thrown out now. Enraged, they do actually have the level 6 on GH. He keeps on running into Brambles, though. They're going to turn around. Taiga needs to be careful. They're going to chase him, continue to chase him underneath this tier 2. Insane is going to TP in now. Can Sumail come over? Can anybody get here? They are really just going to do that and get out.
Wow, they are playing around the tether so well. It's incredible to watch.
Insania's, Sumail did leave the mid lane for a second there, but he wasn't willing to cut that far down. Back over to top, Mickey taking a bit of damage here, but he should always be tanky enough to live through this.
And credit to Kuro, he's unseen, but the armor spam just always seems to be in the right place at the right time. All these moves, of course they're diving under tower. They have a ton of sustain and just the armor. It's not dispellable right now by anybody on Liquid. And Miracle has showed up. They're going to smoke or maybe just counter gank, expecting pressure. I mean, both these bottom lane heroes sitting at half HP. It's almost daring Team Liquid to make a move. But the danger, I suppose, of Morph Omni as your dual core, who does that? You know, it's really got to be Sumail, but 2 points waveform, maxed out attributes. Like, there's really no... This hero isn't supposed to roam. Maybe with a DD, though. That helps.
Yeah, possibility. We'll see what he does with that. He's going to start taking away some of the enemy's neutrals. You know, that's Nigma does have a similar problem in that it's their support duo that is like very stationary, no playmaker there. But because, as you said, they have this Miracle Invoker, like they just have this core that is wholly dedicated to moving around the map and making kills and plays happen.
And the DK, of course, of MC, we saw that in the last game, very effective. He's just going to be a tanky monster. He's going to max stun again, I'm sure, and just hit people. Ursa buying a defusal. You'll have 3 cores on Team Nigma who are always able to look to make plays. Nobody on Liquid can actually run at the enemy.
iLTW, I think, is just testing Koifa, seeing if he'll pop the Stampede or something, trying to scare him away. They're doing a lot of damage to that tower, too. Nigma pressuring mid lane at the same time with the Siege Wagon. This keeps up with living armor. Nigma's going to have a massive tower lead. The Stomp's going to be used here. Koifa is just desperate to stop this assault, but he's going to be forced to use the Stampede to get away from iLTW, and the tower will still die.
Pressure in all the lanes. It's so good. Yeah, MC, he just pops ult top, starts hitting. Did a little bit of damage to the tower. Mid lane, they kept the catapult alive for some time as well. They get it to half HP now. It's an easy relocate or just straight up rotation to be able to finish off Liquid's mid. 8-2, 1k gold, but Nigma right now just abusing the map control. And no Stampede means Koifa. Yeah, you can see he just runs away. He cannot be left alone against an Ursa lane.
Middle tower is under attack.
Like he might just get Dovey, and he has no boots against Phase plus Orb of Corruption.
Yeah, this is rather just unfair.
Yeah, and they have a ward.
They need to make something happen here. The Bramble's going to come out. They do have level 6 on both their supports, so finally the damage is here. Mind Control's going to be the first to fall. The relocate is coming in, though. They're going to Cookie immediately from Insania. The Terrorize is going to come out and manage to nail the Ursa, but not GH. GH making sure to keep the tether in play here, as they're going to try and make a run back, but relocate out. They're going to leave iLTW, looks like, and try and fight this one, but Liquid is all here, especially Sumail on the Morphling, looking strong. Kuro's going to be able to get off the ultimate. Morphing into strength, though. The Omniknight ultimate is going to come out to protect the Morphling against iLTW. That Ursa, that only represents physical damage. So Sumail is able to trade just fine. Ultimately, a Treant Protector and a Mind Control Dragonite fell. That is all.
I just saw Sumail turn into the Invokers. Like, man, I never see that. Can he invoke spells? No, he doesn't have Quaswax or Exort, but he does get the Invokers to it that are already prepared. Would be really cool if so. That'd be
Oh, GH tethering in like this, and they laid out a trap to see if they can catch him. Mickey's got to be careful of iLTW, though. Bedlam is dealing a lot of damage to the Ursa, and they're going to Stampede. That's going to allow Mickey to be able to get away, kite a little bit. iLTW recognizing, though, there's no stuns left.
That is so heads up. Once again, the tree armor
I felt like he was healing while he was enraged and living armored.
That was so cool. And I love how much they're pushing their limits. You know, as this happens, MC, yep, there he is, TP'd bottom, finishing his Blink Dagger. He will be going for the max stun.
Middle tower is under
They're
attack.
just constantly applying pressure. Like this is the Team Nigma I was begging to see for what feels like a year and a half.
Yeah.
They're the ones taking it to Team Liquid. And it's not a spot that Insani and the boys are kind of used to. They're usually the aggressors. They're the ones that want to get aggressive. Oh, nice defusal reveal.
And a really good brambles out as Kuro slowing down the Centaur. He's been burned out of mana. Taiga's going to show up, but it's already too late. The core is dead at this point. Very soon to be a support as Koifa is being bullied out of this game. They're going to try and make a move from Mind Control, who is yet to have his Blink Dagger. Oh, he's blocked in. Insania gets there. The relocate's going to come in. iLTW, they're going to go for Insania. Cookie into the tier 2 tower, but iLTW is showing he is not afraid of diving heroes. Still gunning for it, and it looks like Mickey's not able to get a heal because he's Dragon Tailed up. Now they're actually going to get the EMP. They just may burn him out. They're going to use the ultimate, and Kuro gives the walk away. That's going to be 2 dead on the side of Liquid. Sumail should be fine thanks to more strength.
But look at this, already into the pit there, so fast. Oh my god, this is insane.
Taiga knows, but Taiga being terrorized. He's going to do it now. They pop the Enrage though, so iLTW is not afraid of anything this Dark Willow does. In fact, he's actually going to try and challenge him. They do have Koifa coming in here, but oh no! Taiga died too quickly for that. They're going to go for GH instead. Insania does have the ultimate. He's going to go for the cookie first, but now that lines him up for the 2-man tornado EMP. Liquid are being outplayed. They're being outmaneuvered, and they are just flat out dying over and over again to Nigma. Godlike already for iLTW.
It's unbelievable, Cap. Like, Liquid is not playing poorly. They're just being beaten soundly. Nigma playing faster than I've seen them since TI7. Honestly, I'll just say it. Like, this is the best this team has been in a long, long time. That was they're diving tier 2, and before the relocate even, they're already thinking, okay, they finished off Mickey with Grasp plus the EMP and the Vessel.
Yep.
Ursa has already gone back with the Wisp. They're in the pit as Mickey dies. And the rest of the team then casts a couple of spells, maybe forces some rotation, then immediately back away. They're just not stopping.
Yep, there right now. Poking, iLTW chasing after the supports. Cookie to the high ground. Good play by Insania, but being sandwiched right now. Mind Control. He's going to jump forward. Tornado on him. He's going to be able to do that, but a tornado is going to dispel so much of it. They're going to go try and finish off Insania. Nice grab there from the Tree Protector, but even better, Terrorize going to allow them to reset. Sumail actually turning to the Invoker and getting a good tornado himself. But it's iLTW that goes unchallenged with his Aegis. He's willing to go for this dive. He sees a low health Centaur. He's had this horse meat before, and he's going to have it again. Sumail going up next, has to waveform away. Taiga gives the Shadow Ball, but we've seen iLTW will continue to run at you even as you're untargetable.
Keep it of drums, Cap. A little bit of bonus stats, but more importantly, more divide. Just pop it and go. This squad is looking to play together at almost all times, and now they're just going to chase Sumail. Will TP safely away from the high ground. They've got great vision now, plays deeply, and I really don't expect this aggression to slow down. They're just realizing, wait, by the way, that was the tier 3. We can go top. There are tier 1s. We can try and collect some extra gold from objectives. Mickey, you're
Mickey's not respecting this.
No.
He stops to farm some creeps, not realizing that Nigma was willing to keep following until they eventually catch up to him. Now, he may survive for a bit, but there's nobody from Liquid that wants to TP up here. So, unless he does the maddest juke of his life, he's very dead.
Does get some space, I suppose, but Liquid, you know, this draft is real greedy, and I'm looking at Sumail's Morphling and thinking to myself, how do I win this game? How do you win this game? What is a Manta going to help? Sure, you can dispel the root, but the Vessel, they have so many more spells to throw at you, and
space to do like what as well? Like they're farming creeps, but it's not like they could take towers.
Yeah.
Living armor and Train Protector is always going to be there. Tornado catching Sumail. He did already morph to strength a little bit. He's got a haste rune, so should be fine. He is. Oh, hey, girl, almost dying to Taiga. He's going to throw out the Terrorize and hope that he can find the last bit of damage, but he will not.
The Tip Squad, man, they're playing so well. And Kuroki, he may have found his hero, like the style, right? What can buy Holy Locket and heal my allies? Strong laner. I don't blame them for the Chen ban, but Treant Protector, definitely something he's going to play later in this tournament as...
Wait, did they ban Chan?
Yeah, last 2 bans they banned Chan.
Wow.
Radiant are scanning.
Wasn't expecting to see much of that hero.
Dire's bottom tower
Hey, I don't
is
know,
under
man. It's
attack.
feeling more and more like TI7 Nigma. Well, TI7 Liquid, now Nigma, I suppose. Playing against the old squad,
Radiant's
the
bottom
organization that
tower is
actually
under attack.
has possession of the Aegis, and they are not leaving Liquid's side of the map.
Dire's middle
No,
tower
they're not.
is under
They're
attack.
going to keep barreling down towers. They're going to get
Dire's
such a
structures
huge
are
map
fortified.
control lead that
Radiant
Liquid is
structures
going to
are fortified.
struggle to even get outside
Dire's
of their
middle
base
tower is
without
under attack.
risking some sort of gank, some sort of chainstone combination.
And iLTW, he's playing so well. I mean, just cutting the wave top. This will slow down the push. Yeah, Kuroki can TP now, but you know, just more creeps to farm, more efficient. Secure the tier 2. It's only 19 minutes in. You cannot even buy an Aghanim shard, but we're going to soon see them move top to take the outpost. And the build will be there. You can see it queued up.
Sanj and the shard. McKay, though, Nigma are not letting him find any footing in this game. Goes for a TP out, but
Radiant's
Miracle's there.
bottom tower is
So
under
now
attack.
McKay is going to inevitably die. Relocate to make sure it happens. 5,000 net worth lead. Nigma looking good.
iLTW especially, his net worth is out of control. 11,000 and beyond godlike at the moment. He had the death in the laning phase, but 10 kills since. And yeah, this... You can see the split push is trying to go down, but Nigma can move so fast around the map, just tether speed, right? You can see flying around at 400 plus. Invoker constantly invis. DK has a blink dagger, and oh hey, Insania.
Freebie. That's what all these kills are. They're all freebies. There's no fighting back from Liquid right now. They have abandoned any pretense, any idea of fighting back ever. They're just going to continually try and split push and find whatever farm they can until Nigma goes for the high ground push. Now, to their credit, somehow it's only a 5,000 net worth lead, considering how hard they're being shellacked right now.
Yeah, they went for a pretty, they went for something not quite cheesy, but it's a combo.
Yeah.
They're going for, they're holding cards in their hand, ready to throw down Exodia, because at some point you'll have an Aghanims on the Morphling, you'll take over Dark Willow, and you'll start raining damage in from afar. Nigma, they just went for Smash Mouth Dota 2. Like, this is their style. High sustain, high damage. As we stated, all 3 cores just consistently running at enemy heroes.
Dire's top tower
Lines drawn,
is
they're
under
just cutting.
attack.
They've got wave in top. So, hey, let's sweep across the map, make sure Liquid have nowhere to be but their base.
11, 1, and 5. iLTW,
Are you guys
who
gonna play
I
the
will
game?
admit
Are you
it,
guys
I
gonna
wasn't
play
sure
the
about his
game?
addition to Nigma. I wasn't sure if he was really the kind of player that... Yeah, are you guys going to play the game? Liquid's certainly not playing Dota right now. They're playing some weird game of hide and seek.
Yeah, I love how all these teams have voice packs from NA Dota. I wonder why. The region that does all chatting best.
Yeah. Emo would like to have a word with you about that.
True points. He said less with more, or more with less.
Yeah. NA, that's the opposite. Say less with more.
Current out, there is the Holy Locket.
He's holding on to the tone. Guess no one else needs it.
Somehow, still, yeah, more net worth than GH once again, but look at the score, you can see why. 5-1 and 8. But with an offensive and defensive threat, MC. Hunting. Drum charge. He's used 5 in 5 minutes, I love it.
Sunstrike just to see if they can get some vision as they retreat back behind the tier 2 safely to their tier 3. Koiva building a underground passage here for him to escape home.
And Liquid have great vision up. 4 wards currently. Just scouting out Nigma's movements consistently. The trouble is they can't really capitalize on it. It's, as you said, it's hide and seek. So you see the Seeker and you can choose a different area of the map to hide, but there's a relocate towards top.
Catching again, Mickey. Now status resistance helps him out a bit, and the rest of Liquid is going to be joining. They say, okay, we forced something out. We've got this relocate back that's going to be happening soon. Don't need to push it so far.
They got the GA, that's what's key. They will not quite get the outpost in time. The XP boon still went towards Nigma. And Liquid have revealed their positioning. So suddenly the Seekers are in pursuit.
Yep, they are hunting, and Mickey is going to need a stampede to get out of here. Don't get hit by the tornado. Work their way around it, but he needs a cookie to be able to get to the high ground. Actually, they coming in. Quite made the initiation. Him and Smale jumping in. They took a whole heap of damage, but so does Nigma. In fact, they've lost Miracle. Liquid, they finally draw Nigma into a fight that they couldn't fully take, but they got something out of it.
That was a crazy good stun from Koifa. You saw Insania with the trust was actually pre-ulting there. The fear a little late, couldn't quite follow up, but you can see, look at, they're not giving up without a fight. They still have a lot of power if they can land combinations, but that was a 3-man Centaur stun. Like, you don't see those every day. And Nigma, they can just continue. They catch anybody isolated with that defusal, it is dead.
Okay. So we do have the next Roshan coming up, but I do want to talk about Liquid's game plan going in later into the game. They almost have the Aghanim Scepter for the Morphling. This is where the combo starts coming online. Morphling, Dark Willow. Turns into Dark Willow, is able to shadow around, does tons and tons of damage. Is that enough to be able to win these fights? I mean, it is going to be hard for GH to play Dota.
I think a lot depends on how good is Omni carry.
Okay.
He has, well, he's online, whatever you can call. The Hammer of Purity is prepared. It was buffed in 7.29. If you want to check, it was buffed significantly. Like, look at this changes, right? Half mana cost cut by what?
Whoa, 30%? Not heavily. It used to be, in my opinion, better because it used to do more percentage damage.
Okay,
now
sure.
it does more
but
flat damage.
It was 6-second CD versus 4.
Yeah.
Like, it is now pretty much, you can't double hit with it, but it's up almost every auto attack.
So basically, he's able to heal himself, do more damage. It does pure damage on top of that. I think for me, like, he just needs to be able to stand on the front lines to allow Sumail to be able to do things. And I'm not even sure if he can do that until he has Heaven's Halberd, right? He has to stop this damage from iLTW.
And the Scotty's gonna just make that really difficult. The
you
healing.
like the Scotty more than the Nullifier?
I think I would have liked Scotty pre-Basher. Basher's great on Ursa, don't get me wrong. I think Nullifier is less necessary because of the Invoker, but I think it will be next up. Scotty's too good. He's actually switching it up, goes AC. Huh.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, more auras. That's what Nigma have been banking on in both these games so far. I think the healing reduction might be a bit better because you're a little stickier too. I'd be concerned about being kited later, especially when the double Willow effect comes out, and indeed it is here. So double Brambles, double Curse Crown. You don't have a BKB on the Ursa, so you got to be cautious.
Yep. They're going to jump in immediately onto Mind Control once again, putting himself on the front line, but the Tornado stops so much of the Shadow Realm time. Here comes the magic damage, and Mind Control does die to it. Mickey trying to heal himself. It is going to stay alive. He gets back up to the high ground. The AC now complete for Nigma. They weren't totally ready for that engagement, and it shows. So
the issue is, AC won't help you against the Willow right clicks.
Yeah. No, certainly.
The Sunstrike missed there, unfortunately, just a hair wide up. So Mickey survives, and Liquid, they know they're in the pit. They're going to have to deal with it quickly, though. Morph is prepared again.
I don't see how Nigma takes that fight.
No.
Like, with Morphling and Dark Willow both alive, it just means double Brambles are constantly being put in the pit. I don't think you want any part of that.
And Morph, though, on cooldown for some time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
He does not.
Yeah, what level is our Morphling? I'm assuming
level 15. He has the duration talent, but the CD is still quite long.
Yeah, he still doesn't have level 3. Yeah, level 1 Morph right now.
Okay, it was because he just got level 2. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was on a 2-minute cooldown, so they can't actually fight right now.
So well done once again, Nigma. They back out. Wait for the reset. 21-7. Second row. Who got shard?
Love this shard. Ursa.
Oh, yeah.
So now, when he claps forward, he enrages for a small period of time.
It is so much better than it used to be. You had to hit 6 times, or is it 6 Fury Swipe charges, something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
It is so much better now because if you Q, you get the self-dispel and that little bit of status resist, and it's near impossible as the enemy team to know whether or not he's actually enraged or not.
Yeah. Because he's just constantly growling all the time in a fight.
And then with the Nether Shawl, again, man, he found it for a second time, so even more sustain. You can see he has 30 armor. So who cares about -3? You get 25% spell resistance.
Find something here, but they're going to run back into mind control. Insania, he'll TP out. Is the cookie good enough to get Mickey out of here? He moves pretty fast. Blink is up in 5 seconds. He needs help. He needs the rest of Liquid here. He's going to be slowed down by the defusal. If he can get close enough, he's there. Now the Dragon Tail. Is he going to pop his ultimate to stay alive? He will. There goes the cookie. Hops over. He'll stay up. But again, the Guardian Angel is expended.
Yeah, both other cores of Team Liquid are not even there. They're just trying to accelerate their game. Spider Legs, what is Koifa going to go for? What helps his team here? That's the trouble.
That man's still on brown boots, by the way.
Yeah. Centaur, it's just, you're not really a team player, right? You want to be tanky yourself, but into this lineup, you just aren't. And it looks like Nigma, they feel like it's time to go. Alacrity onto the Ursa. He has Aegis. He has AC. Their siege is very formidable, and Liquid, you need something crazy right now.
You're soft, but immediately Michael jumping in with the Dragon Tail. They do have the Sunstrike. That's through a lot of damage to Koifa, but the Terrorize. Beautiful plays by Taiga. Now further in. Koifa continuing to go for Miracle. The wait for him over the top. Does manage to finish him off. Seamel's pumping out the damage. He's going for the Dragon Knight. He does manage to bring him down. Curl's going to be up next. And iLTW trying to chase Mickey, trying to get that kill. Will not find it. Koifa trying to catch up to GH. iLTW turns around, goes for the Centaur, but he gets stomped up, kited with the Brambles. GH is just trying to run out of here. The last hit from the Morphling. GH popped the cheese, turning back in with the tether, but there's Brambles everywhere. With the Curse Crown, the Brambles themselves being placed by the Morphling. They've got him. That's going to be a white +1. Without losing a single hero, the tornado up in the air into the cookie. They will kite the Ursa enough. They did not lose a single hero in that.
How in the hell? Talk about miraculous
Holy
magic.
shit.
That was nuts. I'd love a replay if we can get it. It looks like Liquid just straight up threw their spells. Mickey absorbed a ton of damage, then ran off to the left. iLTW distracted, wasn't able to finish the kill, but they just popped everything. They got the initiation they wanted. Sumail went straight forward with the Stampede. They picked off Miracle. They killed off Mind Control. Too much magic damage. Way too much magic damage from the Willow and Snapfire raining in. Just damage. It just straight up.
They kept the net worth lead stuck at 5K. Then Roshan happens, goes up to 9K. One team fight, and all of a sudden, boom, down to 1,000 only of a lead for Nigma. Team Liquid's back in the game 100%.
Look at the graph. Nigma had like 15 kills to 1 over the last 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden it's all turned around. They lose 6.
Green squares everywhere on that graph. Insane.
Maybe a little too aggressive. I mean, you can see Miracle.
I love that. The one orange dot. Insania killed the Sentry Ward.
That was a win until that last fight. Miracle has Ags real soon. They didn't wait for it.
Yeah, they didn't. That Cataclysm may have actually been enough to be able to kill the Centaur at the start of the fight, do a little bit more damage to other people, but yeah, they got to be more careful of this Morphling.
Oh.
It damages off the charts. As we said, this combo was online, and Liquid, they're going to smoke into Nigma here. Nigma partially on the high ground, not anymore. They actually jump forward, but they managed to get the Dragon Tail stun onto Koifa before he hits a stop. Now iLTW is on the chase forward. Taiga hiding in the trees here is going to be spotted. He's caught out. They're going to go ahead and see if they can kill this Dark Will with a turnaround with a buyback. They're chasing after him. Mickey on the front line, slowing down iLTW as much as possible. Got to be careful of that build-up of damage, though. Mickey getting bashed up. He couldn't get off the Guardian Angel. He ends up falling. Koifa's too low to be able to get the stop. Now the jump in from Curl, looking to be able to hold these heroes in place, but Sumail managed to get away as the Dark Willow turns back into his form. Doesn't have the Shadow Realm just yet. They're going to reset a little bit here. Mickey with his buyback immediately answer Guardian Angel for fear of getting bashed up again, but there goes the Tornado. Koifa managed to intercept with a 2-man stomp. Mickey slowed down to a crawl as he tries to get out of these tree brambles. There goes the Sumail damage, but here goes the cookie. He managed to get Sumail partially out of the way of that. They turned around and killed the Dragon Knight. Now Sumail bashed up, but the heal coming through. Sumail trying to get out, but he doesn't have anything. The adaptive strike, the strength ward pushes him back. iLTW now an onslaught of damage coming out from Sumail, but to relocate away. He turns toward the air instead. iLTW got him back in. He actually managed to kill the Centaur. Can he kill Sumail? Sumail out of mana, turns into the Dark Will, but there's no help there. He dies. Mickey's up next. A dieback for him. He comes back as the Morphling, but he does not have Taiga anymore. He can't turn into the Dark Willow.
Oh my god, it's not the damage done that's counting in these fights, Cap. It's the healing done. Double Holy Locket once again on both Nigma supports. Spamming it on the
iLTW, and they are right in front of the fountain.
Is under attack.
Nobody from Liquid has a buyback here. It's just Sumail who has to hold out for 45 seconds.
They use everything. So many buybacks. They can't actually kill heroes. And if you don't, I'll tell you, it's like GH is manufacturing cheese. But it's Holy Lock. They can't kill him. He kills 9 heroes.
So elusive.
They lost nothing.
Absolutely crazy. Sumail turning into the Evoker to try and slow them down with tornadoes. 15 seconds till the Dark Will is back up, and then they've got the combo again. Problem's going to be, I don't think the throne is going to be able to last that long. They found the opening onto Sumail. Tornado, EMP, he's burned out of mana. And he tries to pop the wand to be able to get out, but he can't. He's dead now. GG is called from Liquid. Nigma will take this series 2-0.
Unbelievable. Good replays to study. And